Yeah. What's going on, y'all? It's Jockey and Ruler. And right now, you tuned into the album review segment of the page. And we about to review that new Lil Yachty. Let's start here. Lil Boat. Uh, Before I do, though, y'all go ahead and subscribe to the page. Y'all go ahead and like the video because the content that we hit y'all with is just amazing. These reviews just get better and better, man. Every time. Lil Yachty. Let's start here. This is I gotta call this like a psychedelic hip hop album. Hip hop has a bunch of subgenres that we don't acknowledge because of the fact that we're still stuck in each generation of listeners are stuck in that era that they grew up in. So it's hard for us to put these these categories or subgenres together and say, well, okay, this is this subgenre, this is this subgenre. We got to make that a new thing, man. I know hip hop is young and all of that shit, but we got to make it a thing to where we talk about subgenres and this shit because we can't put this with Mos Def, but we can't put this with Beanie Siegel or something. But this is still hip hop. We can't exclude this. See, one thing that Mos Def said was, if you want to know what hip hop is what the people is. So if the people are doing good, hip hop is doing good. If the people are smoked out, hip hop is smoked out. But hip hop has done branched off into a whole different type of movements that it's like you can't put everything into one category when it comes to this hip hop shit. Everything got to be a subgenre. And I'm naming this one psychedelic hip hop because of the fact that, hey, yo, this is just different, but it's still done in our culture. Like Rick James. Let's Start Here it's a great album. I can tell a lot of shrooms, a lot of DMT went into making this album. A lot of it. I've never did DMTs, but I've done shrooms before. And I can imagine listening to this album on shrooms is just a whole different experience. I can understand maybe being at a concert on shrooms, listening to him perform this album is a whole different experience. This is like a Jimi Hendrix, Childish Gambino type flow. Like, okay, Black Seminole, the first song, it sets the temperature for the album. It sets the temperature and the mood to let you know what you're getting yourself into. Black Seminole is probably my favorite song on the album. And it's the first song. He's just sitting there and he's just going through the days. Like I said, it's a Jimi Hendrix type thing. So, and it calls to question: do these young artists really go back and listen to the legends and the greats and just anything to be anything for that matter? Because a lot of these producers, they sample the greats. Like, you don't know, it'd be little samples in some of these songs where it'd be like, okay, they might have took it from a Rick James, they might have took it from a Michael McDonald. I'm just naming shit, but maybe the rappers go, let me listen to this song. Or these young artists, they just go, okay, and then they catch this vibe. I feel like that's what Lil Yachty did for this one. Lil Boat. He was listening to the legends and he was just like, damn, probably hit a DMT or a shroom or something and just zoned out and was like, damn. I mean, I never listened to Lil Yachty before. Is this how he normally goes? But man, I gotta tell you, this is some psychedelic ass shit. I love Running Out of Time. Running Out of Time was like, it was groovy. That's when I like them groovy tracks. Maybe it's because I'm a little older now, but I like them because I'm drunk right now. So I had to listen to this album on some like drunk shit. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here taking shout out to the Quavy, the Cuervo, you know what I mean? But we're not gonna advertise. Drive Me Crazy. I love that album. I love that track too. because that was the song where I finally got some kind of rapping on here, like some kind of bars. This is like where he gave me a little bit of bars at the end. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, Black Seminole. Even though I know I'm going back, I like that. I like what he did with the when the beat changes around like 4 minutes 25 seconds. How the beat just changes into this like breakdown, rock and roll, psychedelic thing where he just instrumental it out. That's old school for y'all. That's when the artist lets the people that composed the beat, that made the beat, the instruments and all that, they let them get they so because remember music back then used to be about the instruments too. So you let the drum man get a little solo. You let the guitar man get a little solo. You know, you let the piano man, the nigga with the harmonica. Sometimes I haven't seen bands that niggas just take two sticks and just clap them together and the crowd just go crazy over that shit. I don't know, but yo, you gotta give the instruments time to breathe. You gotta let that beat breathe, man. And oh man, you know what? This is a good like performance album. This is that shit because Lil Yachty's got to be like 6'2", 6'3", so his big ass is on stage singing these songs and shit, just singing just psychedelic hip hop and all that shit. I gotta give it to him though. He gonna be like, yo, I love making these reviews, man, because I be so excited for these artists, man. I really do. I really do, man. Because I be wanting to see the reaction from the crowd off of their art. You know, it's all art, man. And we got to appreciate this shit while we have it because, you know, hip hop is going in a bunch of directions now and it's blossoming. So we got to appreciate it for what it is and what it's becoming. I'm Joakim Ruler, man. Y'all have a great night or whatever it is. Peace. My rating is a 7 because you know I'm not really into this type of stuff, but I like this album.